Ladies and gentlemen, I want to explain to you what I'm doing today, but I'm going to start with my foundation so we can get that out of the way while I'm talking. So I'm going to get my primer on, I'm going to put my foundation on, my concealer, set it, and all that jazz. If you've been watching my recent videos, you would have seen I've been enjoying having something else pick my makeup. I had my Zodiac pick my makeup, I had Instagram pick my makeup, I had Instagram not pick my makeup, and so on and so forth. So now we're finally back at uni, class has started again, we're getting our schedule set up, and I'm studying microbiology and biochemistry. So I'm taking 2 modules microbiology and 2 modules biochemistry this semester. And I know everyone has different opinions on what color, what class should be. Like in my mind, maths is blue, English is red, Afrikaans is yellow, geography is orange, biology is green, and so forth. And I'm sure you can see where this is going. I set up my schedule for the semester with the 2 biochemistries being blue and the 2 microbiologies being green. And I thought, why not let my schedule dictate the color I can use on my eyeshadow? So today, that is how my schedule is going to pick my makeup for me. So like I said, the one biochemistry is about integration of catabolism into metabolism, and that one I believe is light blue. The other biochemistry I think is about enzyme kinetics and proteins, and that one is in dark blue. Then I have microbiology, I have virology, which is light green, no, dark green, and I have bacteriology, which is light green. And I think it's safe to say those aren't your typical eyeshadow colors, so I'm excited to work something out with it. And I thought about it for a bit, how exactly I want to do it. Do I want to do like a halo eye? Do I want it to like blend into each other? Do I want to have one of the colors more as an accent or something? How am I going to make both green and blue work together? But there is something I have been wanting to try for a while, and this is the perfect opportunity, so I am very excited to do this today. Now I would contour before we get started because I don't want to leave you guys in suspense, but the puppies broke in and ate my one and only contour brush, this beautiful little slanted fluffy brush, and I don't have a replacement or anything else I can use other than like this, but it just is not gonna be the same. So we're running low on face contour today. I'm just gonna contour my nose, fill in my brows, and then we can get to the fun stuff, because I really want to do this. It's also been quite a while since I've been able to film because there's been construction going on here, but we moved to our new rooms and they were like, cool, we're gonna fix everything up for the new year, which is a good thing. I want a room where everything works right and works well, and they're promising to get around everything. And oh my gosh, put on too much when I'm talking. Just flick that right on off to make it lighter. But we were hoping it would be done before class starts, but class has started Monday. It's already Thursday. They didn't really do construction in January. They pretty much waited until class started to start with it. So every time I get home, they're busy sawing, or they're hammering, or they're drilling, or they're doing whatever the hell they're doing. Which I'm trying to deal with because it's necessary, but it's taking so much time. And obviously by the time they leave, the lighting isn't right anymore and I can't film anymore. I wouldn't say it stresses me out that they're busy with construction because it's for the greater good. However, I am aware of the fact that the semester is still chilled now because we've barely begun. And I'm aware of the fact that it's gonna get a lot worse pretty soon. And I want to make as many videos while I still can so that I can post consistently throughout the semester, which you probably realize because I'm sure you're seeing this halfway towards the end of the semester and I'm like, oh yeah, we just started. But today they're just painting and painting is quiet, so I am here to do this. What? 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 No, don't contour with a dense brush. Because you get this. No, oof. How am I supposed to blend that out? Oh my gosh. Now I just have like a really big lip. Let me quickly just get that out of the way so we can get somewhere. I'm wearing the last bit of a clay foundation today and it's dry and patchy because it's getting a little bit old. So I'm gonna drench my face in this so that I feel more like a person and less like a clay mask. For highlight, I've been loving this little tapered brush. I'm still using this rose gold one because I'm in love with this color, and I'm gonna apply it on my cupid's bow right there, get it nice and shiny on my cheeks, on my nose, and under my brows. I did a video the other day where I tried on each one of my lipsticks and every time I obviously had to wipe the lipstick off before I can apply the new one. And the amount of times I had to reapply my highlighter to my Cupid's bow to just, to look the same for each one was ridiculous. But I love applying highlighter, and it's not like it's running out anytime soon, so I had no worries about that. So I pretty much have this palette and this palette for some greens and some blues, and then I have some loose shimmers and whatnot. So I am pretty much going to do a smoky eye with the light on the inside, the dark on the outside, but I'm going to do blue on one side and green on the other side. Green's going to go on this side, and I also have green nails, by the way. They turned out different than I expected, but they're slowly growing on me. So I feel since I have the green nails, I have to wear the blue sweater, but the green's going to go on this side, the blue's going to go on this side. And I'm gonna start with blending the colors into my crease. And I don't really know if I want to just do the green first, so that my brushes have green on it, and then clean them and then do the blue, as opposed to mixing them. But if I kind of go from green to blue in between and it mixes a bit on the brush, the colors might match a bit better because green and blue do mix well. So I'm gonna start both at the same time and see if we end like that. I'm gonna start off on the green side with a fluffy blending brush, and I'm gonna go for a true green color. So let's go for this one. Down here, pick up a bit of it, and I'm gonna blend it into my crease. This doesn't have too much color payoff, so it's gonna be a building process. I'm hoping my Urban Decay palette helps kick this up a gear. Now, to those of you that might think my schedule's chilled because I only have 4 classes, you would be mistaken. I only have 2 actual classes per week per module I have. In other words, I have 8 classes a week, which doesn't sound too hectic, but I also have a 3-hour prac once a week for everyone. So that's basically 5 hours a week per class, which again doesn't sound too intense, like having every class once a day, every day of the week. It's doable, but because just doing one thing is, not difficult enough, I decided I'm also going to be a demi. So I'm going to be that person in the lab that tells you how to do things and where to do what and all that jazz, which I'm very excited to do. I've had good demis and I've had bad demis throughout my years in university, and I really want to be a demi because number one, you get paid to be on campus on the time you would have been on campus anyways, which can only count in my favor, number one, and number two, I want to show the world it's not that hard to be a good demi. I want to try my best and I want to impress. This is what I'm here for. For the blue, I'm going to pick up this true blue color after thoroughly dusting off my brush. Now, I don't mean I want to show the world how easy it is to be a good demi in a rude way. I just want to be a good demi and show to myself it's possible, because I saw a few demis that were fantastic and I loved them, and then a few demis that just didn't care, and I want to prove to myself, you can do this well, and I want to be a good demi to the kids that are doing chemistry right now. I know how important it is to have a demi you can trust and ask questions, and I want to be that person for those kids because I understand how important it is. So that adds another 8 hours to my week. Again, not impossible. It's like I have another module because I'm demiing. But where the hard part comes in, I know what our assignments look like. The difficulty is not in the class time. The difficulty is in the volume of work and of course the level of work we're doing. We're doing what we did last year, just in even more depth, and last year was difficult to begin with, so it's going to get harder as we go along. But I know what they expect of us in terms of reports and just how many we have to write and just how big they are and just how long they take. I very much remember one night last semester where I was like, I'm just quickly gonna finish up this report. I literally only have 2 sections left. I should be able to finish it. They were not finishing sections. They ended up being the majority of the assignment. Regretty spaghetti. Not that I'm complaining about writing research reports or assignments like that. I quite enjoy that over online assignments of fill this in, run this virtual test and all that jazz. I do like writing research papers and I'd like to do that someday. I don't mind it, it's just a lot of time and a lot of effort. I'm probably going to talk a bit more about studying and all that in a minute, but the eyeshadow, I kind of just used a medium color, not the lightest, not the darkest, and shaped the shapes I want. And with my lower lash line, I quickly realized you can't go the one side to the other and back because it's different colors. You need to do the one side completely, clean your brush, and do the other side. Now to darken it up, I'm going to use my Born to Run palette from Urban Decay, and I'm going to use Radio for the blue side and Big Sky for the green side. Now, if you want to know more about the ins and outs of actually studying, I did make a a video where I like spilled the tea on university. That's quite literally what I called it. A video where I sit in a bath of tea and tell you how to survive the year if you're a first year going into university or college. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of similarities between the two systems, or at least the way the work is taught and the work is asked. I think I'm also going to take a bit of Wanderlust just to, darken it up, because that is not too green, that is a bit of a blue-green. So those two together into the outer corner of the green side. But talk to me a bit about you. What do you want to study? What university you want to go to? How you chose or are gonna choose the one you're gonna go to? I ended up choosing the university I am in now, which is the University of Pretoria, because they opened their registration first and I sent in my application for med school, actually, not for what I'm studying now. I was really into medicine and they accepted me before any of the other places even like closed their application. They were just like straight off, bam, wham, you got your spot. And I was like, I don't have to apply to 7 different places if I have this spot I want. I got in for the degree I want. So I'm just going to save myself the effort. I'm more than happy to go and I'm already in. I was very happy about it, very excited. And then one day I was chilling home alone, waiting for my mom to get home when I got an SMS from the university being like, yo, we changed our mind. You can't do medicine anymore, but you can do BSc if you want to. Which honestly, that was a very sad day for me because all the other applications had closed. It's been months now. For 2 months now, they were like, yeah, you get to study medicine. And I was like, it's a done deal. I was already writing my matric finals. They were just like, yeah, no, we changed our mind. Which in hindsight, I am still enjoying what I'm studying, even though this isn't exactly what I was planning. I'm going to end up going the same direction regardless, because I want to go into disease management and making sure diseases don't spread and finding cures and that stuff. And that is something I could do on a biochemistry level, as well as I could do it as a GP or something of that sort. So I am okay with this. I'm very happy with being in a lab as opposed to in a surgical room, which has a different name, but I cannot remember the English because I ain't studying medicine. I don't have to know the terminology. But yeah, they did kind of have a transfer program that if you want to get over to medicine from BSc, you just have to get like top 10 in the class and we'll move you over. Initially, I was into it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna move. I already got accepted initially, which means they'll probably accept me in this second round type of deal. But towards the end of the semester, I was kind of like, I'm into what I'm doing. If I don't get it, I don't get it. I ended up not getting it, which is fine. Didn't break my heart at that point. At that point, I already accepted the possibility that I was not going to get into medicine, and I was not upset about it anymore. I was excited to go in the direction I was going in. But that is not something everybody knows. I'm going to pick up a lighter shade, so I'm going to pick up this shade of green and that shade of blue, and I'm going to use it to blend around the edges a bit. Now am I, upset that I didn't get into medicine? Has my plan for my life changed and all that? You know what? No, I am figuring it out as I go. Even though I had a plan, I kind of knew what I wanted to do. I knew, I was aware of the reality that what you plan doesn't always happen, that you have to be open to change. So I was very okay with accepting this change. Of course, receiving the news initially was a bit disheartening, but I was doing well in my classes. I was with my friends. I was enjoying my classes. It was not the end of the world. So no, I don't regret that it turned out this way. I don't regret not applying to more places. I'm happy where I'm staying, the people I have around me, and I'm glad it worked out the way it did. Which is such a typical wholesome response. Part of why I'm happy with the way it turned out is, the people I've met along the way, the friends I got to stay in contact with, the nice area I'm staying in, which are like small reasons, but still reasons to enjoy ending up where I did end up. For the blue, I'm picking up these 2 colors. I'm gonna apply it here to get some color on my lid. I also ended up meeting the right people by being here to get job opportunities I wouldn't have gotten had I not been here. So I'm able to sustain myself and pay my own rent and do all of that. I'm using this green color and that green color to do the same on the other side. And honestly, before this video, I haven't thought about the fact that I didn't actually get into medicine for a really long time. I was gonna go into pulmonology because I'm very interested in this one specific lung disease called idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. But the more I got to work with the classwork, I realized I have a love for chemistry and I also have a love for viruses, much more than I thought, a lot more than I have a love for human physiology. So I'm very okay going into virology instead. So you can imagine how exciting the news about the coronavirus is in the news to me, because I know what all the big words mean, and I can kind of, tell to my family and friends and people worried about it, the reality and what's really being said. Should you be scared? Should you not be scared? I can supply that to them, which is nice. I'm glad I get to do that. Of course, it's sad that it's happening, but it's very interesting to hear about the new research that's going on. Now, I did mention I have a love for chemistry. I'm not going into chemistry, I'm doing biochemistry, which I like a lot less than I like chemistry, but ultimately it's the better direction to go in with my degree and where I want to be going, so I'd rather focus on that. I still get to enjoy my chemistry, I get to tutor in chemistry, so I still stay in contact with it. For the shimmery inner part, I'm going to use this palette that's dirty because it broke. I'm gonna mix the white with that bright blue and brighten up this inner part. And for the green, I'm going to use the My Mermaid shadow from Catrice, which I've had for such a while and I rarely get to use, so using it today. I'm quickly going to apply some concealer to the inner corners so that the shimmer I want to sit there is really gonna pop. While that's still on the wetter side, I'm gonna pack on this color, the My Mermaid I just spoke of. Little shattered, little messy, but that works for me now when I'm going to get the powder on there. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, she's pretty. So the point I want to get across is studying is not as terrifying as it might feel. I was very excited to get into it. I've always known I wanted to go study, and I've always known I'm into science and I want to be involved with academia and all that. To some people, studying is not the thing to do. If you're not passionate about the lab, for example, you're not going to enjoy chemistry, and if you're not passionate about writing, you're not going to enjoy languages, such things, right? But I really enjoyed the experience. It's not as scary as it might feel. You will figure it out. As much as the system makes it sound like they don't like you, they ultimately do want to help you. Yes, the system is not perfect because ultimately it is a government system, but it is not as bad as it sounds, and you can do it, my sweetheart. You will come out at the other end. I'm in my third and final year now, and after this I can do honors, or I can start working and then do honors later and go on from there. Not that this was meant to be a motivational video. Okay, I just want y'all to know it's fun. I wish I never had to stop studying and I could just do this forever, as much as I complain about it. You should give it a shot. I know studying is not for everyone, even though I would recommend it for everyone. Realistically, know for yourself if you have the discipline to do it. Don't waste your own time and your own money getting invested just to drop out after a year or two. That is a waste. Rather put that money towards starting a business or doing something like that. However, I would recommend getting a degree behind your name if you have that option. I sound like my mom. Okay, let's move on. Going in with the same colors, I started with to blend the edges. Apologies if you can hear the construction. This side I blended so much better than this one. So let's pack some more on to hide that concealer edge. I'm gonna go back in with this brush and those dark colors to define the edge and to clean it up. I prefer cleaning up now as opposed to doing it too neat at the beginning, because I do mess it up, and this way you can make it even. But be careful, you can easily mess it up here too. Cut creases are difficult things, so just, hold your breath, be careful. As prepared and excited as I might sound, I don't know what I'm gonna do after I'm studying. I know I'm eager to do anything. I don't care if I'm doing urine tests for the first 2 years. I don't care if I land a job in a research facility. I don't care if I land a job at the university teaching, first years. I do definitely want to go more into my field of study as opposed to bartending. Bartending is kind of a way to just fund my student life. It's not a career choice, but it was a fun way to learn the skill of mixing drinks. It's a fun party trick too. It's a lot of fun. Get a party trick. I am proud of myself for not messing up the blue and the green yet. Not once have I accidentally put the wrong color on the wrong side. I'm pretty happy. This turned out exactly how I thought it would. So let's move on to eyeliner. I finally got a pencil sharpener, like a decent one, and not just one that fits on the end of your pencil like a cap and double stitch sharpener. And it's so much better. Onto some winged liner, and I'm gonna try to get them even today. Usually one is more sharp than the other. Today, we're gonna try our best. If you're curious about my actual schooling, I went to a bunch of different schools as a kid actually. I was initially born in Cape Town, so I went to a preschool there, which was in Afrikaans because my family is Afrikaans, that's my home language. Then we moved to Canada. And when we were there, I went to a school called Post Corners. Then when we came back to South Africa, where I am now, I went to a primary school called Fairland. I then proceeded to go to 3 different high schools before graduating from Help Me God College, which, let me just tell you, moving schools that much was not my idea. There were like a few points where my sisters and I weren't even in the same school. It was chaos. In case you were wondering why the green was on this side, it's because the eyeliner always turns out better on this side. And green's my favorite color, so it's gotta be the side that looks the best. So I got the green here, got the blue here. I like the way it looks, like it's obviously 2 different colors, but if you look quickly and you look from a distance, you don't really see that they're 2 different colors, so it doesn't look as whack as I thought it might. So I am very happy with this. I am gonna do on my lips. This does obviously call for a more nude color, but I don't want too pale. See, I think this color would work just fine. It's not too nude. It's a little pink though, so I might put a nude over it. I'm pretty happy with that color, but I'm just gonna put a little bit of nude in the middle, brighten up a little bit. Also, if you put like a cream lipstick in the middle to create a little bit more of an ombre, even if it doesn't make too much of a difference, the cream lipsticks do feel better than the liquid lipsticks that are so dry, so it makes it more comfortable. It does need a touch of shine though. And I kind of want to get it everywhere, but in a really thin layer. I see some people just putting in the middle to get the shine there, but like if you see it from the side, isn't it just gonna look weird? My eyeliner should be dry now, so I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on mascara. I did find my false lashes. I thought I lost them, but I found them. I put them in the bottom of my compact powder so that they're just safe, and in my makeup kit I entirely forgot. So I found them, was very excited, but they're quite flat. Which is not the best thing necessarily. I'm gonna try and curl them again with my lash curler, see if that works. I actually feel this needs a bit of shimmer in the inner corner, so I'm gonna take whatever is on this brush and kind of just stamp it on here, kind of to the side right here, as opposed to directly on the inner corner where I already have the other colors. It's just from the side, it'll catch the light a little bit like that to open up my eyes. I'm gonna attempt to contour with my blending brush. It's something I did beginning of last year, and I made a video on updated face routine. This is how I contour, and then stopped doing it right after that because I got my new brushes right after that. And I was like, damn, I'm one of those YouTubers that says this is what I do all the time and then just don't do it anymore. But then again, the time period I was doing this a lot was not a time period where I actually could film. Didn't have a filming station or anything, but it does work. It gives you a lot more control. You can be very precise with it, like I'm doing right here. But see, definitely works. Definitely gave me a cheekbone. And then this is the final result for how my timetable picks my makeup. And I love it. It is green, it is colorful, the blue works well with the green. I can say finally I did a look with both sides are different colors. I was very excited to try it out. I'm sure this would have been a lot more of a colorful look in high school. I had 10 classes in my last year, so it would have been 10 different colors as opposed to 2 different colors. And honestly, I don't think I have all those colors in my palettes, so I'm glad I did it today. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though I went on a mom friend tangent about why you should study in university not being that bad. But I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, because I had a blast. Remember to let me know what you want to study, what ideas you have regarding university, and what questions you have, because I'd love to get back to you. And then I'll see you all again next time.